Welcome to the Bipolar Buzz podcast, where we slice stigma surrounding mental illness one episode at a time, and we give others courage to do the same. I am your host, Lay, a wife, mom, daughter, sister, coworker, and friend who also lives with bipolar 1 disorder. So, without further ado, let's slay. You may have heard people with bipolar say that mania feels good, and I can tell you from experience, it does. But bipolar mania can have negative or even harmful consequences, especially if left unchecked. By going through some of the criteria for mania listed in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders 5th edition, I hope to provide you with some examples of how these consequences manifest. Number 1, inflated self-esteem or grandiosity. When I experience this, I believe myself to be undoubtedly right, and I consider my own needs more important than others' needs. So I get selfish, and I can also become irritable due to having a low tolerance for other people. This is perceived as inconsiderate and even hurtful depending on what was said or done. Number 2, decreased need for sleep. This might sound nice, particularly if you've got a lot to get accomplished. However, adequate sleep is important for physical and mental health. Physically, sleep supports weight management and reduces the risk of chronic diseases. Mentally, sleep decreases the risk for depression and anxiety and increases your mood and emotional regulation. And these are just a couple of benefits of sleep. I encourage you to look into this more. Number 3, more talkative than usual or pressure to keep talking. Even though being more talkative and social might be evidence that social anxiety is not inhibiting my social interactions, it may also mean that I overshare or I say something that I might later regret. Number 4, flight of ideas or subjectively racing thoughts. I find myself easily distracted when this happens, making it difficult to focus long enough to complete a task, which leads me into number 5, increased goal-directed activity. So even though I'm distracted and can't complete tasks, it doesn't stop me from setting goals and trying to scratch things off my list. When I've experienced this, I found that I have so many other things to do that my self-care suffers. I don't eat much or well. I don't take time to rest, to exercise, etc. And last, number 6, excessive involvement in activities with high potential for painful consequences. Engaging in behaviors like this can sometimes be harmful. For instance, for me, I might overspend or spend carelessly and then not have enough money for the things that are necessities. In my experience, if mania is left unchecked, it can turn into a severe manic episode that causes me to lose touch with reality and even be admitted to a psychiatric facility. So I share these examples to illustrate the criteria in the DSM-5 in hopes that if you or someone you know who's living with bipolar disorder experiences some of these same symptoms, that you will know when to seek help and hopefully de-escalate a situation that could potentially be hurtful to you or others. That's it for this episode. I'm Lay, and that's The Buzz. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Bipolar Buzz podcast, where we have the courage to slay stigma. If you like what you heard, be sure to subscribe for more and share with a friend.